Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the cryptocurrency market today as Bitcoin is back above 58,300, the major resistance level, but we've yet to see much price action and volume. But Ethereum, exactly like we predicted in our video yesterday, after closing 5 daily candles in green after breaking out from these new all-time highs, we have now seen the Ethereum US dollar chart head towards the $4,000 level with new all-time highs, exactly like we talked about yesterday. I want to talk about what I'm expecting for Ethereum and Bitcoin as we head into Sunday and we see futures markets open later tomorrow. I'm going to talk about what I'm watching, and then we'll also look at the total cryptocurrency market cap. As you can see, new all-time highs today. And for those inside of our Discord group, you know we've been trading a lot of altcoins. This was the MKR USDT trade that I sent at 1:38 a.m. yesterday. Already 15% profits. You can see we entered this trade right when we tested this 50-period moving average on the 4-hour chart. For those in the Discord, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I sent this trade out yesterday, and now that's 15% of profits, and that's not the only altcoin moving. There is a lot of action in the cryptocurrency markets today. You guys are watching the Snipers channel. My name is Naeem Al-Obeidi. If you appreciate this content, remember to smash the like button. First, I want to talk about this bullish crossover over the 50-period moving average coming above the 200-period moving average on this 4-hour chart. And notice in the past, when we've seen this 50-period moving average cross above this 200-period moving average like we did the last time here in the 30th of January, you can see that resulted in Bitcoin coming up into price discovery to see new all-time highs. And so that's an extremely positive sign to see that we're crossing over this 50-period moving average back above this 200-period moving average on the 4-hour chart. And of course, we are above 58,300 now, which we know is an extremely important level, and that keeps us above the monthly and weekly open, which is extremely bullish for Bitcoin. So as long as we maintain these candles above 58,300, you can see right now we're closing the first full candle body and wick right now above 58,300, and I believe we'll start to see that $61,844 level and potentially even see more strength towards the $64,855 level. But of course, if 58,300 breaks, then we need to monitor this monthly open again at 57,700, because we know right now the blueprint in the market is that altcoins are seeing the most action while Bitcoin has just had sideways price action over the last month. It's the exact thesis that I've been talking about, and I've told you guys Ethereum is going to be the better asset this month, and it's exactly proven true. You can see even though we had these higher highs and this bearish flag like we talked about yesterday, we still broke out to the upside because the fundamentals are clearly strong for Ethereum with EIP 1559. And now that we're heading towards this $4,000 big even, that is our next target for the Ethereum price. But do not be surprised if we start to see sideways price action, because it is the weekend. This is the most manipulated in the cryptocurrency markets because of CME futures markets being closed. And so I'll talk about what I'm watching in traditional markets as we start to see futures open later tomorrow and how that's going to affect the cryptocurrency market. But for now, we have to realize the print is extremely clear for altcoins, and you can see the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart coming up new all-time highs at our target of 65,000 Satoshis. And at this point, we can even do this on the chart right now in front of you guys. If we were to break this major level here at 65,000 Satoshis, notice how it was the exact candle low here twice, and these are 2 weekly candles, extremely strong level here at 65,000 Satoshis. The next target, in my opinion, would be the 85,900 Satoshi level. And the reason I say that is if we take this candle high before we broke down, you can see this was a major resistance, but it also acted as support here. And so we know that this is an extremely crucial level, and we've seen chart vibration here almost like there's a channel. And so in my opinion, if we start to see 4-hour candles for the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart close above 65,000 Satoshis, then we could assume that we're going to see an even larger breakout towards the 85,000 Satoshi level. And when we look at the percentage of this, that is about a 30% increase. And that is totally fine for a breakout on the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. And that would certainly affect the Ethereum to US dollar price. And the reason I say that's totally fine is because if we look at the long-term macro here on the Poloniex chart, which is the only one that shows you this major trend that dated back even prior to 2017, you can see based on the schematics of this breakout here, we could expect up to 500% upside for the Ethereum to Bitcoin price. Now that we've broken out, you can see we already have the schematic drawn out, and we're already following that path. And so over the medium and long term, it looks like Ethereum is in a very strong bullish trend, exactly like we've been talking about since December of 2020. And of course, for those in the Discord, I even sent out a market update. As you can see here, it's the last market update I sent out here in February 7th when Ethereum was at $1,700 that we were going to see this massive breakout. And so for those not in the Discord, once again, the link is in the description below. I highly recommend you guys get on the Discord. That's where the snipers community gets to bounce ideas off of each other, and we all become better traders because of that. And the thesis continues here for the total cryptocurrency market cap chart. Now, seeing new all-time highs, and we're seeing a lot of volume come in, a lot of strength. And when we look at others' dominance, which does factor in Ethereum, we're still above the bullish ascending support level, indicating that the path of least resistance is to continue higher right now. And we are in a very strong bullish uptrend for others' dominance, and a very consistent one, which is very nice to see. And of course, we know this is also a trend that dates back to that 2017 high. And so the fact that we're breaking out here, we're in price discovery, we could go to 20% dominance in several months. That is 100% a possibility. And that doesn't mean Bitcoin is going to do bad, but that does mean that there's probably a lot more opportunity for 10x, 20x, 30x gains with altcoins. As you all know, for those in the Discord, we've been following many altcoins, and Bitcoin dominance here still showing weakness, potentially heading towards that 35% dominance level now that we've broken 48.94%. And then traditional markets, I do want to talk about what I'm going to be watching tomorrow as we start to see futures open later in the day. And notice how the DXY closed the week with a new low, way below this 100 period moving average. In my opinion, because this weekly candle is still holding on to this 20-week moving average, what we need to watch for as we start to see futures open later tomorrow is the DXY going to be able to get price action back to touch this 20-week moving average, or are we going to see continued lows? Because if we see continued lows, that could indicate we are going to see a lot further downside for the DXY, which would bring traditional assets and traditional markets to the upside, because the same exact day that we formed this new low for the DXY, what happened in the S&P 500? New high. So we know what we're talking about here when it comes to correlations for those that have been tuned into the Snipers channel. And we know what happens when traditional markets do well, Bitcoin does well. And when traditional markets don't do well, we also know what happens, as we saw in March 2020. So it's good to watch this. We want to watch the DXY and see, is it going to see bulls defending that 20-week moving average, or are the bears going to continue having control over price action and bring the value down further? Because if we come knock on that door a second time at 89.562, that's going to be a big deal. We have a lot of potential downside market structure that could take us even further down, and that could be very good for assets. If we see a collapse of the dollar, that would not be good for anyone. But of course, a trend that is continuing is going to assume that the other trends in traditional markets and cryptocurrencies will also continue. And so that's why it's important to watch this chart. And then of course, we'll also monitor the gold to Bitcoin chart as we see futures markets open, because gold can't even compete with Bitcoin's price right now. And so it's still having a cup of coffee, this 50-day moving average, but the markets are closed for gold. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I couldn't do this without you. I want to give away one of my favorite books on investing, Principles by Ray Dalio. If you want to win this book, comment a thought-provoking question down in the comments below. Maybe I'll answer your question on our video tomorrow, and you'll have a chance to win this book. Remember to share the video. And let's see, Ben Lewin says, "Hey, Naeem, I'd love to win that book, but thank you for the life-changing help you've provided. I can take my girlfriend on the trip she deserves and afford to propose now because of these chart signals. You helped me take control of my life, and I cannot thank you enough." For those not getting our signals, we are opening up for a short period of time. The link is in the description below. Remember to check out our Discord. And of course, for those that want the signals, all of the links are in the description below. And until next time, once again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And what an exciting Saturday, exactly as we predicted yesterday. What was the title of the video? Ethereum, massive move around the corner. Well, what happened? It was right around the corner. Massive move to the upside. And with that, thank you all for tuning in today. Until next time, snipers out.